Hello, and welcome to what is now attempt 5, trying to make my first gaming YouTube video. Oh, I'm losing my patience, so forgive me, but hopefully it's just so annoying. Like I did actually get going, I thought it was going fine, and then 10 minutes in, it was like, you need to purchase the full version. I'm like, great, why did it not tell me that before? Oh, so annoyed. Right, anyway, here we go. Welcome to what should be, if it actually works, oh, deep breaths, should be my first gaming YouTube video, Minecraft. Cool. So I'm going to start that rolling, let it play in the background, and I'm going to be talking over it because that's just the way I've decided to do it. I think it's a lot better if I talk over like the pre-recorded game instead of trying to talk while I'm gaming, which I don't know if that's the easy option or not. It's the option I want to go for, and here we are. So as you can see, I'm playing in creative because I much prefer creative myself. Obviously you just get given all the resources, you fly around, it's just a whole lot easier. If you wanted me to do survival content, just let me know, and something that can be sorted. But yeah, so jumping into my creative world, as you saw a little glimpse of it there, it's obviously set in one of these spruce biomes, which looks really nice. It's obviously a lot nicer than the old spruce biomes, because you've got like these great giant trees and different kinds of like dirt and stuff. It does look really nice, because I've been playing Minecraft since since in about like year 7. It was a long time ago, and things were a lot different then. Like, I imagine people probably start playing Minecraft a lot younger nowadays, but it just wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't as big a thing, and it's come on so much, like, I keep saying it's come on so much, since the game was made, because I've been playing it since, well, not like since it came out, because I don't know exactly even when it came out, but I do like Minecraft, and it's the game I've decided to go with, because I did have a few options and a few thoughts about what I should do, but this is the one I've gone for. So if you want any different games, feel free to let me know. Otherwise, this is what I'm going for. Now, as you know, it's in creative, so I plan to be making like a village. You get to see a little bit of the area around here. I think this was me, well, I don't know if I was showing the area or just like deciding where I was gonna, I must be showing the area, but I do fly around a bit and decide like where I'm gonna build my first house. I decided that for my first video I want to show you sort of what a typical house in my creative world looks like, because this is actually, it's not a brand new world, it is my, not OG, but it's one of my creative worlds that I've had for a very, very long time. And I could show you all the stuff on there, but I wanted this to be like a clean slate. I thought over everything I wanted to do YouTube wise, and I thought, oh, you know what, I found that little village that could be perfect for like a little series. So that's what I plan to do. It's obviously just a little village, and I'm going to keep it as that, and hopefully it'll grow and grow and grow, and maybe eventually turn into a city, providing that like there's the hunger for people to like want to watch it there, because otherwise I'll probably just keep playing at home instead of sharing it with people. But like, I don't know, I've started a vlog channel as well, Cowling Vlogs, if you want to check that out. But that's sort of giving me a taste of like maybe how things are going to work, and it might be a completely different kind of audience or taste for the game inside of it compared to the vlog inside of it. So I'm just going to see, like what people like, and then decide where to go from there. But it is for myself as well. Like, I'm not just doing it for other people. I'm doing it for me, which I explain on my vlog channel, because I'm not just going to sit here and talk about me. I hope, we'll see. So yeah, feel free to go check that out if you want to hear a bit of background about why I decided to start doing it. But otherwise, here we are in my creative world. So I just sort of like scoped around the village first of all. I didn't do it before the video, I did it during the video, and obviously you guys can see what's around there too, because I'm hoping people are going to suggest like what to build and where. And if people have got suggestions, like obviously I'll do that stuff, but otherwise I'm just going to do what I want to do. So, and as I said, first video I was thinking just doing a house, so you can see what the houses normally look like. So yeah, I scoped out all of the buildings that were already there. Eventually I'll probably end up either changing those or just knocking them down and building something else, but we'll see. And I then started by like leveling it all, because as you can see from these, like, what you can call them, pre-spawn villages, like just looking at the terrain like there, you can't even really get up and down and move around them. So yeah, I wanted to make it so that you could get around it, and it's just a bit tidier. As you can see, I've gone for cobblestone. That was kind of the feel I was thinking. I think it obviously it looks okay with these spruce villages, but I might change it over time. I normally do stone bricks, but cobblestone's what I've gone for, and I do think it gives it a nice sort of medieval feel to it. But that'll probably change as it evolves and maybe starts to look a bit more modern. And I do want, like, for this series, for it to play out kind of as it would in real life. So I want it to start from that basic village and then build up and add things as it gets bigger. I've come up with like a whole plan for it, because I wanted to make like decent content, not just, oh, this is me doing Minecraft YouTube, cool. Like I wanted to have a bit of a story to it, is what I'm thinking. So we'll see how we get on. So yeah, I just set about kind of leveling it a bit and making it accessible. I've not touched any of those farms. I think the farms are going to be maybe like a really crucial part. Obviously, there's people living there. They've only got really the farms to feed off at the minute. I'm thinking this village itself is probably going to be a little bit of fishing background, because there's all of that water there. It pretty much wraps around the village, which is really cool. But then also maybe mining, because there's obviously a great big hill there with lots of maybe resources, I don't know. And the other one is wood, because obviously it's in a forest, so in terms of like a living area, it's perfect for the natural resources. And do you know, I was actually thinking, because I'm really interested in firstly like architecture, but also just like urbanization and how things evolve over time. I've actually been watching some videos from Wandering Turnip, if you've heard of him, where he sort of goes around and looks at all of the derelict places and sites, and I find that really interesting. And he does often quite talk about like how they've evolved over time, and I find that really interesting too. You might know I'm from Scunthorpe myself, and that's got quite a lot of history to it, which if you want a video on, let me know. I'm quite happy to make stuff like that. And I'm now living in Grimsby, which again has got a lot of history to it. So I'd like this to have a bit of backstory. Now I know it's all pretend, like for God's sake, it's just a game. Like you don't need it to have a proper story to it. But to me, I think it would just give it that extra bit of something, you know, and maybe give me a bit of a storyline to follow. Iron Golem getting in the way. They're so annoying, and I just don't get them. Like they're so unrealistic. But I get the whole game is unrealistic. Like, come on, it's in blocks, and we've got like, well, I want to say pigmen villagers, but I think the pigmen are like the ones in the Nether, aren't they? I mean, I'm someone that doesn't play survival, so I don't really bother going to the Nether. I'm assuming that all my audience know Minecraft stuff as well, because otherwise you'll have no idea what the Nether is. So you'll just have to let me know. I might have to explain things to you. But I was quite surprised just coming on here. I don't know if little things change. Like obviously as the game updates, they release new blocks, little things like that. I'm just curious as to how far I've got into the video. Let's have a look. 7 minutes, because as I told you, it cut off last time, and I was like, great. So hopefully we'll make it past 10 minutes this time. It's been so tedious, but once I've got everything going, I mean, I'm doing this from scratch, and I don't really know how it works. I just know it's what I want to do, and that's again something I explain on my vlog channel. So feel free to go and check that out. I'm hoping with the gaming channel, this one, to try and release stuff daily. Now, as I've mentioned in my vlog channel, I don't know how that's going to work out around my job, because teaching is like super intense, which I'll probably, you know, explain all in the vlog channel if there's a bit of taste there for it. But yeah, with the gaming channel, I'm hoping to try and release a video every day, because I've got no excuse unless I have a really tough day. But I'm hoping if that happens, maybe I could like pre-record some content or just make myself do it, make a little short video. But I'd like to try and release a video every day, so like do a bit of a series of it. But on the vlog channel, I think it's going to have to be sort of when there is the content there for it, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to make a video every day, unless you just want me to like ramble about my life. But it's not going to be very exciting. It'll be like, oh, I've been to work again today. But every work day is different. That's the good thing about teaching. You've got different people in front of you teaching different topics, and yeah, you never actually know how it's going to go. It's weird. I've got to the point now. I've been teaching for like 3 years, and I just want to say I did not injure him. He fell. I don't abuse people. So yeah, I've been teaching for a bit, and it's weird. Like you have one lesson, and it goes amazingly, and then you can do the lesson again like the year after, and it goes a bit different. I mean, it definitely goes better with the more experience that you've got. But yeah, and there are variables, which I'm assuming everyone knows what a variable is. Obviously, something that can change, but it's not just down to like how you've planned it. Like say, different kids in the classroom, and everyone's having a different day. You just don't know what they've got going on. And I'm hoping that maybe like from this YouTube side of it, that the kids can see that, because I teach in secondary, which is something I've not mentioned at all. Apart from in the vlog video, I said I do maths, so you might have twigged it was secondary instead of at college or whatever, which is always an option if I want to do that. But I think I'm enjoying what I'm doing. Anyway, what was I saying? I've forgotten again. I just go off on tangents and forget things. I'm terrible if you ever like meet me in person and we're just friends. It'll be different for the students, but you'll know I just ramble about things and I get lost. But that's just how it is. I've got so much to say, and then I remember something I want to say and I forget what I was talking about before, which is a completely human thing. I'm saying it as if it's just me. So I think over here, look, I was starting to look around the area and decide like where I was maybe going to put this house. I don't know if I've not really been paying loads of attention. Still, the stairs missing there, because eventually I put some stairs in there so you can get up to that top building. Now I don't know for that top building whether to make it like a really sort of special place. Obviously, it's right up on the hill, and I didn't know like would it be cool if there was a castle. I don't know if maybe I should build a castle that sort of looks down over what is at the minute the village. But as I say, it's probably going to expand and expand and expand. I think it would be really cool to see how it changes over time. And for a lot of my creative worlds, I do quite often make places, but then over time I think, right, well, it's built up around it now. I need this building to build up as well, and that's the kind of thing I'm really interested in, just in general. Like I said, urbanization, architecture. I think I've said that. I'm trying to remember because this is my 5th attempt at making this video, which is just crazy. But I'm hoping when it all gets set up, it'll just go as it should, and I'll know how everything works. Because I've had so many failed attempts, but the persistence is there because I know this is what I want to do, and I can't believe sort of the interest that's there just from my vlog channel. I posted about me. I mean, I've been thinking about doing YouTube for quite a while, and obviously it's been summer holidays. It's the 1st of September today. I'm back at work tomorrow for a training day, which I'm going to talk all about on my vlog channel. But yeah, God, I don't know. I sort of wish I'd done it sooner because I've spent a lot of days over summer holidays here in my house thinking, what should I do today? And just being bored, I should have done this. Because as far as I can see so far, like I'm really enjoying it for so many different reasons, which again, I'm not going to go on and on about. But yeah, I just wish I'd done it sooner, but you can't turn back time, and you just got to make the most of where you are now. But yeah, I don't know. I'm loving it. And I'm saying it as if I don't know, my second video, I'm still getting used to it, aren't I? There's those stairs I was talking about that I wanted to add, just so you can get up to that property, and I do put some more in there, where that tree is. Because like I say, the way it naturally spawns, you just can't move around the village, can you? So, I mean, obviously I can just fly around because I'm in creative mode, but I like to pretend that it's realistic. Now, as you can see, I'm doing 3 wide paths. That's obviously customary for how the villages naturally spawn in Minecraft. Sometimes I'll do 2 and sometimes I'll do more if it's like a really busy street, but I tend to stick to 3 blocks wide paths. And I'm just, like I say, upgrading it to cobblestone at the minute because I think I said in my last capture, I don't think I've said it in this one, but because it's a village and this is going to be like the main street in it, as people walk on it, if it was just a dirt path, it would obviously get quite worn down in real life, wouldn't it? And I know it's not real life, it's just a game, but like I said, I want it to be realistic. So because it is like a main path and villagers would walk on it, I want it to be cobble, because obviously most streets were cobble, like if you go back to medieval times or whatever. And I think it just makes it look a bit better as well. I mean, I love those dirt paths. That's something for me that was not added to game that long ago. And I do think they look the part, just sometimes they don't look right. And I know Minecraft is blocks, but I don't like how you've got to go up like a whole block. Because in my head, a block's always been about a metre in real life. Can you imagine having to jump up a metre? I don't know. It's just, yeah, not right. So You can see me here putting the stairs in. They've come out a little bit, but I think it was what was right for that area. And obviously there's a little farm up there to the right. I don't know what I'm going to do with the farms. I just need to look at it, and because I want it to be realistic, I need to work out sort of how much food the villagers would sort of want to get through, and they need the farms to accommodate for that. It's something I'm really going to have to try and keep on top of, but I plan to keep an eye on just like what the population is, and then how out of the population, like how many people would actually be working. I don't know if it's just silly. Obviously, it's completely made up, but this is like going to be or is my hobby, and if it's what I want to do, it's what I want to do. I'm not really bothered what other people think. And I think that's something I'm going to have to be really resilient with, because obviously working with teenagers and things, they're not always the nicest. I'm sorry to stereotype. I've just realised there I've not taken the cobble right back, which annoys me. I want it to look okay, but I can always go back and sort that maybe in episode 2. But yeah, teenagers, it's not everyone. Gosh, I know so many nice people that I work with. So many. But obviously there are some people that, for different reasons, and everyone's got their reasons, and sometimes they just don't even know they've got their reasons. But yeah, people can be a bit harsh. So I need to. Oh my gosh, I was fascinated here. I saw a black wolf. How long have black wolves been in the game? Because I haven't seen one. I'm assuming they're new because, well, I don't know. I've not played for a while, and like my game updated before I recorded this, because funny story, but when I decided I wanted to get into it, I couldn't get the broadcast feature to work on my Xbox. So to get the broadcast feature to work, there's something else happening here. I'll explain in a second. I had to put my Xbox online. I didn't know my Xbox wasn't even online. Like, I've lived here a year. How is it not connected to the internet? Which I just find baffling. But anyway, let me explain what's going on now. I mean, you probably know if you've been playing Minecraft or whatever. Like I say, I don't know if it's updated or what, but I saw these wolves appeared to be chasing the fox. And I was like, what's going on? Like, are they going to eat it? So for ages, I saw a dead sheep there, look, that's been eaten. For ages, I was following these 2 wolves. I can't believe how long the chase went on just to see what was actually going on. I mean, I don't know I guess the fox has got an awareness that it's being chased and it's running away from them. Which is just so cool, but that's something I've never seen before. So I watched it, and then eventually, I think it's here, I did see one of, or does it go on a bit more? I can't believe how long it went on for. No, I think it loops back, but somewhere there, it does eventually manage to get the fox, and I have to look away then, because I just think it's cool. The foxes are so cute. If you've been to Grimsby or Cleethorpes, or you live in the area, you'll know that foxes are actually quite common around here. I've not actually seen one for a bit, but compared to like back home in Scunthorpe, where I have seen a couple, but not a lot at all, I think there are like quite a lot out here, although I've not seen any posts on Facebook or anything for a while, and I've not actually seen any myself. There we go, it starts getting eaten. So I'm like, right, I'm looking away. Yeah, I just went blank for a minute there. So I wanted to know what was going on. I saw that happen, so I know for next time now, but I was just fascinated. I'm sorry if you knew exactly what was going to happen, but I didn't know what was going to happen. I like that I've got this video to narrate over, because I feel like in my first vlog video, I was very much sort of I was talking really slow. I always watch other people's YouTube videos and think, God, they're talking so slow, and I put the playback speed up to like 1.5, because that's like, I appreciate, like, I've got a maths degree and stuff, but it was something that got picked up in my teaching as well. Like, I had to slow it down a bit because I was talking really, really fast, and obviously for people to consume information, you might want to be slowing my videos down so you can actually tell what I'm saying. I don't think it helps that I'm into boys as well, because that makes people talk faster, doesn't it? And I hope that doesn't put people off, because, and I'm happy to go into it for you, but what a silly thing. I hear all these things, like, and don't get me wrong, there are some like queer people that irritate me. That is completely normal. But the stereotyping from it, I'm sorry, there's some motorbikes going past outside. The stereotyping from it, like, I wish I could just dig into that a bit, which I've managed to do a bit with some of the people that I work with, which is ace, because that's like conversations that I want to have. And I do think the world will change eventually. It'll be a different place. Like I've said before about coming out and everything, it's such an awkward thing. And I do believe that in the future, you won't have to. Oh, just there, I obviously kept the tree trunk going, because things like that really annoy me in Minecraft. I'm sure I'm not the only one. I don't like where it doesn't look realistic. So in between me rambling about my sexuality stuff, which is great, you can see I've started to make this first house. So just so you can get a picture of what a typical house in Minecraft looks like for me. Now I have got my inspiration from obviously real life, because like I say, I want it to look like real life. So I quite often do the ones as you've seen with the bay window. I have no idea what block I was looking for. Oh, there we go, stone bricks. I do like those stone brick blocks. Oh yeah, I'm just changing the base on the house to that, because that's what I normally do. And I was thinking this is what I want it to look like my houses normally would. And that bit around the bottom, you see it on some houses, but it just gives it that little bit of character. Decided to get rid of that tree there, haven't I? And I'm going down. I love how you can chop stuff down really fast. Because again, like in the time I've been playing Minecraft, that's not been a thing. It's something that's been added. So yeah, I think I was just like looking around the area a bit there, starting to make this house. I've gone off on so many tangents, so if there's any like unfinished stories that I've not finished, because I've forgotten about them now, you're just gonna have to. I know I was talking about my sexuality, but I'm not getting back into that. I don't need to. This is the thing; it's not important. But I said it because some people obviously are in touch. I was going to say with their feminine side, but that's not even necessarily what it is. It's a common thing that gay people talk a lot faster. Like, it's stereotypical, but we walk faster too. So I don't know if that's maybe part of it, or I've said before in my teaching that, again, like, because, and I don't think I'm any like bright spark or anything, but I don't think I'm super, super dumb. You might tell me otherwise. I think I'm just capable maybe of consuming information a little bit faster. And it's the same with talking. Like especially if I've got a point I want to get across, like so I'm really sorry if it's really hard to keep up with. But as I've said, feel free to like use that settings playback speed option and slow down the video or speed it up like I do. I always speed people's videos up. I mentioned in my vlog channel that I'm really into watching the life of Tom, because I just find his life so interesting, and that's basically why I've started YouTube. Or want to start doing YouTube. I might stop soon if it doesn't work out how I want it to. Because I'm not going through the effort of recording these videos and talking over them if no one's bothered, but I bet people will be. It's going to be a nightmare if and when. It's probably more a case of when than if. When my students find out that I'm doing it. Because they'll obviously be obsessed. Can you imagine if I'd found one of my teachers doing YouTube? Like, you'd just be fixated on it, wouldn't you? And I really used to share things about my life on my social media accounts, but it's just slowed down for many different reasons, which again I'm not going to dig into because you're probably not interested. Unless you want me to explain, just comment and I'll happily do it in a vlog video or whatever. And again, I think I've said in this capture, because I'm really trying to remember what I've said in my old captures and what I'm saying in this capture with having to restart it, that I'm only going to do the vlogs when I've got things to tell you. I'm not going to try and make a vlog when I've not got the content there. But the gaming was more something I wanted to do, but I do think keeping the vlogs separate is appropriate. Unless maybe I should put them all just on one channel. Feel free to let me know, because otherwise you're going to get this mix of vlogging and gaming when really you probably only want one or the other. Like I can see all of my friends are quite interested in the vlogging channel because they're interested in my life, whereas you might be here for the gaming, you maybe don't want to hear about what's going on in my life. So, I don't know. Like I appreciate maybe I'm enjoying the Life of Tom videos because I'm interested in his life, but it started obviously from watching him do his Minecraft videos. It appears like, and I was scoping it out again, because I've watched him since like probably about year 7, like when I was playing Minecraft myself. I think I just came across his channel. I was like, oh my gosh, Minecraft! Like I like Minecraft. I don't know why. Like, what is my obsession with Minecraft? Apart from the fact that you've got scope to just completely make whatever you want to, and I could go into a whole video on that as to why I like Minecraft and why I don't like Minecraft, because I was really thinking about what game I wanted to play if I was going to do gaming videos, and the realistic thing was I couldn't find the perfect game. So then I actually started thinking down the line of, well, shall I make my perfect game then? Which is something I've thought about before, because especially like with having the background of the maths degree, a fair chunk of my maths degree was actually me having to code things and solve maths problems using computers. So from that, it's given me a bit of coding experience. I also got a bit from when I was at school. At school, I did computer science, and I loved that subject. Absolutely loved it. which again I'm happy to go into if you want me to. I've got so much that I can just share with people. Maybe I should have made YouTube a thing a long time ago, but I've always found my job tough. There's only been the odd day where I've found it easy, and I've always, to be fair, said that if I'm finding it easy, I'm not working hard enough, which is a fair point. Like, if I'm finding it easy, I need to make it harder for myself, and I'm not working as hard as I should be. Maybe that's my opinion. If I've got any teachers watching, which I'm sure will happen eventually, they might want to just nosy at what content I'm doing. Feel free to let me know if that's a common thing, because obviously I'm learning as I go. And anyone that knows me properly will know that I did the first route into teaching, and the whole thing has just been a learning journey right from day one. That day one, lesson one, oh my gosh, it was awful, but the things I learned from it were crazy. Now, if you actually want to know about it, I completely forgot. I have actually got quite a few Twitter or X accounts. Now, feel free to go and try and find me, because the ones that you shouldn't be nosing on are obviously locked down, and it's not like OnlyFans or anything you think, but anyone that knows me deeply knows that I've got like a private account where I do generally just share whatever I want to. I'm always sensitive about sharing school stuff. I don't really share school stuff on there. And if I do, like, I don't mention names or anything. I'm very careful. But yeah, if you want to go look at my Twitter, I still call it Twitter even though it's called X, which I'm probably just going to do, to be fair, because I always still call it Twitter and tweets, because that's what it is. That's how it has been for me. And to be honest, that's how I think it should be. But that's, again, a whole other debate. There's just so many things I could talk about. Maybe I'm never going to run out of content. But as I've said in my vlog video, like, my life has not recently been as exciting as it has been before. I've been thinking, what can I do? And hobby-wise, but like, there's nothing I really want to get into. There are some maybe sports that I'd be interested in doing, but it's usually either I can't be bothered, or like I'd probably look at sessions that are available for that sport at the leisure centre and just go join them or whatever. But there are like reasons that I don't want to do it. So, like, firstly, obviously I teach around here, and I cannot explain to anyone. I'll have to do a whole video on it. Why students spotting you is just so awkward. It's something that you don't understand until you go through it. Because, like, I remember seeing my teachers out of school before, and maybe it's just me. Maybe because I am a bit of an awkward person. Like, if you think my background is maths, like, I've said to people, it's maybe not how I appear on the outside, but on the inside, I'm quite often that typical maths nerd, if you like, or maths geek, which, by the way, there is nothing wrong with. Like, I'd love to turn some of my students into those kinds of people. Not that I am trying to kind of transform people into the people I want them to be, only in the sense that I really want my students to do really well and make loads of progress and just be able to achieve whatever they want to achieve. I've had so many students say to me, "Oh, sir, I'm going to be richer than you," and I literally go, "I hope you are right. Like, I want you to come to me in 10 years and tell me what you have done with your life, because that is what you want to do." And, like, not every teacher is going to be the same, but most teachers do it for that exact reason. Like, that is why you go into education, because a lot of us think we're just teachers because we want to tell people off. I come from a background where I do not want to have to tell anyone off, but obviously if people are not doing the right thing, you've got to correct that. God, I go off on so many tangents. I can't believe I'm not doing any talking about Minecraft at all. I'm just talking about my life. Maybe I'm going to be able to combine the the Minecraft videos with my vlogs at the same time, which is something I'd not even considered. But then if I'm vlogging about something that's nothing to do with Minecraft, yeah, it's something I'm going to have to think about. But I can't believe how much I'm just talking about my life over this over this YouTube video, Minecraft video, whatever. Just here, going back to what's actually happening in the video, you can see I've done actually there a row of stone bricks. Now, that's how I normally do my houses, because I tend to have my rooms 3 blocks high for houses, maybe 4 blocks high for shops. And I quite like on the side of a house where you see just a bit of pattern to it, otherwise it looks really plain. So you can see I've done the levels of stone brick there, where you've got stone brick, I think it's 2 brick blocks, stone brick, 3 brick blocks. You see what I mean? It's just got a bit of pattern to it. So I continue that up the side of my house, which on some of the much bigger houses looks really good, but on this one I actually end up changing it because I look at how it looks from the side and I think that doesn't look right. Now, a lot of, you can see from my typical house, I like to think about how it does look. I don't want it to just be a bog standard, boring house. And believe me, I have got years and years and years of experience of building houses on Minecraft, and this is kind of like the end product of it. You can see I've got the roof sort of overhanging there. That's something that I like. Down that side on the edge, I like to do this where I put the bricks underneath just so it looks a bit better. I don't like those sharp zigzags on the side. And this is where I actually realise, hang on a minute, that stone brick doesn't look right there, and that's where I turn it back to brick instead of stone brick block, which in the end I do think looks better. Just to my personal preference. Now, obviously, because I'm doing this for people to watch, feel free to tell me what you think looks good. I'll happily do it your way. Because I do think that is something that is missing from some of the other Minecraft videos I've seen. Now, being completely honest, I don't really watch Minecraft videos anymore, so maybe there just isn't the audience out there for this. But if I'm being completely honest, I'm doing this from my perspective. Like, this is going to be a hobby for me to do in my spare time. So as much as I'm saying, about what viewers want, like, it's going to be what I want as well. And I've realised from the vlogging thing, like, that's a huge part of it. I thought I was doing, well, I go into it in my vlog thing, but I thought I was doing this because I've just seen other YouTubers be successful. I'm like, well, I want a taste of that. And that's what it is, isn't it? It's inspiring people, and I'm not necessarily doing it to inspire other people, but I've also been thinking, just do it. Like, why don't all my friends have YouTube channels? Maybe it's not your thing. Maybe you're scared of it. Like, it's something that I've wanted to do probably for a while. Like, you see other people doing it, like, well, I could do that. And my advice would just be go for it. Like, I'm not even too bothered from a competition perspective, because people are just going to watch what they want to watch. And it'll be better if there's options out there for people to go and watch stuff. Like, you imagine for people that maybe do follow Life of Tom, like me, as I've said, when that video ends, I am then thinking, right, what can I go watch next? And I'm running out of stuff to watch. Maybe that's just me, maybe I've not found the accounts. So the more options there are of people's gaming videos or vlog videos to watch, the better. Because as I've said, like, not being like proper, philosophical, whatever, I do think maybe this is the future. The world has changed so much in the last 10 years, which again I could do a whole video on. But I've said, in terms of entertainment, like, I find that there's nothing interesting for me to watch on the TV. Maybe that's just my taste, but it's definitely not as good as it used to be, and that you won't find many people that disagree with that. Like, people my age are just not even bothering getting TV licenses because we don't watch TV like you watching Netflix or whatever. But as I've said, like, on Netflix, I don't think it's that great. But all of these bad things are just opportunities. Wherever there's things that are not the way that they should be, that's an opportunity for someone to do something. I always think about it from a business perspective. But again, I never properly go for it. And from doing this vlog thing, I know I've only uploaded one video so far, but I'm like, this is my biggest lesson, to just go for it. I feel like I should have done it so much longer ago, because from that vlog video, I was expecting, seriously, to probably get like 10 views on it. Because I'm like, no one's going to discover my YouTube channel unless I like tell the kids about it at work. But I'm not going to in any way use my students to go and watch my videos. That is completely up to them. And it's going to be a real clash, because, like I say, like, a YouTuber and teaching are things that don't really go together. But it might work, it might not work, I don't know. But I really feel like maybe YouTube is the future of entertainment. That sounds really deep, and obviously I don't know my stuff. I know a lot of younger people are interested on TikTok, and yeah, I've got TikTok, but I'm getting distracted. Look at me changing the floor because it worked better for the kitchen. I've not done any talking about what's going on in the video. I think people will find that more interesting, because when I watch other people's videos, I'm like, they're just narrating what they're doing, and there's these really long gaps, like I say, where they're doing things in the video, but they're not actually saying anything. They're just doing it. Another YouTuber, if anyone's seen Biffa, like Biffa Plays Indie Games or something, I really love his City Skylines videos. But again, I think, I don't want to offend people, and I can't just sit here like slagging people off. But you're allowed your opinion as well. You just got to be careful about what you say and how you do things and whatever. gosh, I'm getting so deep about everything. But for Biffa, like, yes, I love his. Oh, I've got a distraction as well. Just by the way, I was doing quartz slabs here. I turned it to that smooth one because I think it looks a lot better for. I'm trying to do a TV cabinet here. If you've not figured. Now, for some TVs, I do those great big blocks, but in the end, I decided that does not look right in this little house, so I just do a painting in the end. Look at that; it's just huge and ugly, and it's really hard. Like, if you've got any suggestions for how to do TVs in Minecraft, please let me know. But obviously, I wanted a nice big TV because I feel like that's the modern thing. I've gone off on another tangent again. I'm gonna have to rewatch this video and like just pick up bits that I've not finished telling my stories. It's just because obviously I've got no experience in this. I'm just doing it as I go along. But like I said, I couldn't believe the diet that was there for the vlog video. I was expecting, like I said, about 10 views because no one's going to find it. I woke up this morning and it was on 47. And I was like, what the hell? That is such a better reaction than what I was expecting to that. Not that I'm doing it for views. Like, obviously, it's ace if people do want to watch it. I find it quite scary because I don't know who's watching it or what they're thinking of it. And the more people that see it, the more opinions are going to be out there. Look at that. That looks so much better. It's annoying it's a freeze frame and not an actual telly. I bet there's, like, mods you can get. But anyway, I bet there's... Yeah, I'm getting distracted again. I just get distracted all the time. Oh, and by the way, with the lighting in this house, I go absolutely mental. Not on purpose. I think that's what I do next, maybe, because I want a little lamp to put on that table. But, like, for the kitchen, I wanted just, like, one lantern or whatever hanging down from the ceiling. But because of the size that I've done the house, and maybe I should have done it differently, I couldn't just put one in the middle because I want it to be central, and obviously you can't do that in Minecraft. That's just something you can't do with the layout. So I ended up doing, like, a set of 4 like this. But yeah, it just looks mental. Now, in terms of lighting for my houses, I've got to admit, when I'm building houses on Minecraft, I don't always decorate them because it's the architecture for me that really interests me, not the decor. So, yeah, it's a bit trial and error, but I'm telling myself with this new Minecraft series, it's got to be a priority that I finish things off because I have just had so many Minecraft projects where I start it and don't finish it. And if you want to see them, let me know. I'll happily do videos on it. But otherwise, I plan to just start this series from fresh. And yeah, this is what I ended up doing. It's only a little 1-bedroom house with open plan living, which, like, compared to my house, no one's seen it yet unless you're actually like my friend in real life, which I can only really think of probably at the minute one person that might watch this video that has been in my house, but we'll see. Obviously, eventually, if it goes to plan, I'll probably share it and stuff. I've only advertised my YouTube on my Instagram so far. Now, I think I've got just under 1,700 followers. By the way, I think a lot of people on there are inactive users. Like, I would say I should probably restart my Instagram, but I'm not bothered about that. And I would say, by the way, don't even bother going to try and find it because it's on private and I use a different. Well, someone will just end up putting it in the comments, won't they? But I use a completely different name to what my actual name is, sort of. Oh, I don't know. I'm just completely imagining things here. And why did I even say, oh yeah, because that's how I advertise my YouTube channel. Because I thought that was the best place. Like, I really do like my Instagram community, if you like. I feel like the people that I've got on there are people like me, from what I've seen. Like, they want to share the sort of stuff that I'm interested in and sort of stuff I would share. Look at that. I thought you can't have a spider above the bed. And this is just decor. And like I say, I don't normally do decor. I'm more bothered about the houses. And I can't believe how quickly I've built this house as well, by the way. Yeah, again, you don't want a skeleton there. That's why I'm trying out different ones. But yeah, I suppose because I've built this so many times in my Minecraft world, this Minecraft world, and similar things. Look at that. It looks like a smiley face with the 2 eyes. It's like a creeper face, which, by the way, I have actually got a theme park on here. It's very limited and small because, again, I gave up on it. Oh, I need to finish that little roof bit there. Am I doing it now? Yeah, it was really annoying me. If anyone's wondering how I got that block straight away, by the way, you maybe already know, I don't know. But my brother taught me there was like a copy function that you can put into your Minecraft world. I had no idea that was a thing, and since he's done it for me, bless him, it's made things so much faster. Oh my god, can you imagine if we start doing YouTube videos together? Because I bet he'd want to do it with me. I've always said to him, like, we should start doing YouTube or whatever, because, yeah, he's a proper gamer. He's a much bigger gamer than me. We've got different appetites for games. I don't know, he does play a bit of Minecraft, and he's got gamer friends as well, bless him. But yeah, I just want to do this for me from my perspective. Now this is me obviously making the garden to this house, and as you can see it, well, you won't be able to see, but I change it a few times just till I get it right. I decided I wanted like a retaining wall there, and in the end I think it does look nice when I finish it. And here I decided I wanted it a bit open, because just behind me, I don't know if you've seen, it sort of looks out over a bit of the water, which, to be honest, I don't know how far that water goes. I've explored it a little bit, but there's a river, like I've sort of shown you, that wraps around where this village is. But I think from this house, it's obviously got that retaining wall, so it blocks all that out. I've just put a little sort of coving on the top there, which I think looks alright, to be honest. It reminds me of some of the old Fortnite houses, which I have not played Fortnite for so long, I don't even know what it looks like anymore, and Fortnite changes so much, so much. I'm just so out of touch. But I think a lot of that has been because of my job. I do not get a chance to do anything when I'm teaching, and I'm hoping it doesn't revert to that when I go back to work tomorrow. It doesn't feel like I'm back at work tomorrow, because I'm doing all this stuff. It proper distracts me from it, which is good. Because that's what I wanted. I wanted a distraction. I wanted a hobby. I wanted something that would just be fun, and I've enjoyed it so much. Like, why did I not do this sooner? So yeah, again, I've gone on a tangent and forgot what I was talking about, but I was talking about work, and yeah, I don't know how it's going to work around work. Obviously, still, and to anyone that's watching, because there might be people from work, like, my priority is making sure my lessons are as good as they can be. So if I've got to sacrifice like YouTube videos or whatever, then that's what I'll do. It looks like I've nearly finished building this house now, so I'm gonna have to try and stop it before I run out of content, which might be very soon. Let me look at how long's left. Yeah, I've got 30 seconds. So I'm sorry for blabbering on, but I hope you found it half interesting. And that has shown you sort of what a typical house looks like. I'm gonna try and stop talking and stop it before I run out of content. Have I just gone off on one there? I just don't know. And this is something that I'm going to have to obviously improve. So there's my little village. That's what the first house looks like. I'm going to have to stop it because I'm going to run out of content. I don't want to just keep talking. So yeah, please feel free to let me know in the comments like what you thought, or if